Former chairman of the California Republican Party, Ron Nehring, says the state's Republicans are working to provide practical solutions to the lagging economy and high poverty rates.
And we're here now with Ron Nehring, a candidate for lieutenant governor in the upcoming November elections. Ron, thanks for being with us tonight.
Great to be here.
Yeah, right out of the gate, Democrats seem to have African Americans, Asians, and Latinos sewed up in this state. I mean, how difficult is it for a Republican to get those votes?
Well, this is a very, very high priority for all of our Republican statewide candidates, and many of our down-ticket candidates running for Congress have really emphasized this this year as opposed to in the past. It's mathematically critical for Republican success statewide. When Ronald Reagan was elected president, the state was 19% Latino. It's 40% Latino today. Our Asian population has tripled, and that's why it's important that Republican candidates get outside of their comfort zone, go into those communities which are hard hit by high energy prices, by rising gas prices. Gas prices are going to rise another up to 40 cents a gallon or more beginning January 1. This hits a lot of folks who are either in the middle class or aspiring to the middle class hard, and Republicans have to speak not in wonkish language, but in speak to kitchen table issues and offer real solutions.
As the former Republican Party chair, you have said that you really want to unite the party. Part of the problem with Republicans in California is that the party is so fractured. What are you doing to facilitate that?
Well, I think both parties are broad-based, and both parties have their own fractures and divisions and allegiances to this candidate or that candidate. Look, Gavin Newsom and Jerry Brown barely talk to one another. Newsom had to tweet something to Jerry Brown recently, urging him to sign a bill, and I just responded on Twitter saying, "Can't you just call him?"
Why don't they like each other?
I don't want to speculate too much on that, but I think that, look, Gavin Newsom is someone who wanted to run for governor. He was running for governor, then Jerry Brown got in 4 years ago, and he had to step aside and just run for lieutenant governor, a job he had previously made fun of. So there's plenty of fractures, on the other team as well. But Republican unity is important. It's something that we have here in San Diego County. It's part of why we were so successful in the mayor's race, electing Kevin Faulconer, because the Republican Party got together behind our candidates, and we worked really hard for them. And even though the city of San Diego is a plurality Democrat city, we have a Republican mayor today in large part because of that unity. It's that type of spirit which I want to see across the state.
The other factor in this race, and all races for a matter of fact, in this state when it comes to Republicans and Democrats opposing each other, is the union vote. That's got to be crucial for you to pull this off.
Well, the unions, it's interesting because a lot of the union members are Republicans. Maybe 30% of the teachers union members, and even more in the private sector unions, the construction trades and the like. But the leadership tends to be in pretty much lockstep with the Democratic Party, and so there's a real disconnect there. And it's why Republicans have to go around some of those leaders who are in the tank for one party and speak directly to people in terms of how do we make it easier for middle-class families to make ends meet. We have electricity prices that are the highest in the nation and going higher. We have gas prices which are among the highest in the nation and going higher. And Republicans have real solutions to that. But if we only talk in Sacramento speak, then that goes that misses a lot of folks.
Your opponent in the election for Lieutenant Governor, Gavin Newsom, is favored in this election. What are you doing to close the gap? It's what, 6 weeks away until election time, and do you feel that you will be successful in doing that?
Well, we're working really hard every single day. I feel like we've just literally gone from the Mexico border to the Oregon line and back several times. We're going to parts of the state which have not seen Republican statewide candidates in recent times. But the first places which I went to after the primary elections were the parts of the state that have been hardest hit. That's the Inland Empire and the Central Valley are hurting badly. San Diego's unemployment rate about 6%, but if you go next door to Imperial County, 24% unemployment rate.
Wow.
So we're going to those places which have been hard hit the most, and it's an uphill battle for all the Republican statewide candidates. Everybody knows that, but we're fighting like hell every day.
All right. We'll talk to you, I'm sure, again as we get closer to the November election.
Thank you.
All right,
Ron, thank you.
Thank you, Ron.